Hello guys, welcome to the Crypto Matrix. I'm Mr. Legend. In this video, we'll be looking at the king of the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up 2% over the last 1 month. On the yearly time frame, Bitcoin is down 12.9%. Currently trading around $68,000. Bitcoin's market cap sits at $1.3 trillion. We look at Bitcoin's performance against the US dollar on a weekly time frame. There's extreme fear right now in the cryptocurrency market. Market participants are very scared. Extreme fear on a daily time frame, extreme fear on a weekly time frame, extreme fear on a monthly time frame. We look at Bitcoin's performance against Ethereum. Ethereum is the largest altcoin we have in the cryptocurrency market. Is it going to continue outperforming Bitcoin? What will Bitcoin do over the next few days? Because a lot of market participants are expecting us to dump to gobbling town. That's if you are bearish. If you are bullish, you're expecting best case scenario, a pump to all-time highs. Worst case scenario, a relief rally. Where will that relief rally take us to? How high can Bitcoin's market cap get? 5 things to watch out for Bitcoin this week. We'll talk about that and more in this video. But first, guys, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So when it comes to investing, nothing will pay off more than educating yourself. Do the necessary research and analysis before making any investment decision. Let's get down to business. First real bull signal since 2025. 5 things to know about Bitcoin this week. Bitcoin hinted at a long-term bullish trend change as BTC nears a MACD cross that resulted in 25,000 gains over 2 months. If you look at Bitcoin's MACD right now, it's showing a bullish cross. Historically, when that happens, Bitcoin has a positive price action. When that happens, we're going to see Bitcoin pumping to higher prices. But minus that, guys, we have been stuck in extreme fear for quite a while right now. We've spent majority of 2026 stuck in extreme fear. Fear on the daily time frame, fear on the weekly time frame, fear on the monthly time frame. We just saw a glimpse of greed on the 15th of January 2026, and since then it's been another round of extreme fear gripping the cryptocurrency market. Remember, the crypto fear and greed index is analyzing emotion, sentiment from different sources and crunch them to a simple number. And right now, it's telling us market participants are scared to the teeth. Today, the factor is 11. Yesterday, it was 13. Last week, it was 11. And last month, it was 12, which tells you there's a lot of fear gripping market participants and there's a lot of market participants expecting lower prices. But historically, anytime the crowd is expecting lower prices, that's when we see the bottom forming. That's when we see the delivery coming. I remember in 2022 when Bitcoin was heading to as low as $15,000. The general consensus then was Bitcoin is going to go to $12,000. Bitcoin is going to have one more leg down, and the reason for that was that the last two bear markets we saw for Bitcoin was an 80+% dump to Goblin Town. He didn't dump to Goblin Town again. We saw Bitcoin finding the bottom around the $15,000 level. And from that $15,000 level, Bitcoin walked its way straight to a new all-time high, getting to as high as $125,000. But something strange happened over the last 3 years. Bitcoin didn't have any 50% decline on its way to new all-time highs. Bitcoin was steady pumping to higher prices. Yes, there was some 30% dumps here and there. I think the biggest dump Bitcoin saw on its way to all-time highs was around a 32 to a 35% dump to Goblin Town. So over the last 3 years, over the last 4 years, market participants have gotten used to Bitcoin just pumping without dumping by 50%, forgetting this is one of the most volatile markets in the world. Bitcoin is one of the most volatile assets in the world. And for you to get those big returns that Bitcoin offer, you have to be able to stomach big drawdowns. And from December of 2022, we saw Bitcoin rally to new all-time highs, pumping by around 700% to the upside. And just this is the first time we're seeing a 50% decline, and that 50% decline has gotten the market back into extreme fear. But if you go back in time, you see that Bitcoin has actually been volatile throughout its price history, and we've actually seen bigger dumps than 50% towards our way to all-time highs. And from 2018, when Bitcoin was rallying to the 2021 all-time highs, yes, Bitcoin went up by more than 1,800% in just around 3 years. But in that period of time, we saw multiple 50+% dump to Goblin Town. From the 2019 top for Bitcoin to the COVID sell-off, Bitcoin was down 66%. And from the $64,000 level where Bitcoin got to in April of 2021 to July of 2021, Bitcoin was down around that 55%. And Bitcoin still recovered, and we still went to all-time highs after this decline. Can we go to all-time highs now? That will be the bullish situation. That will be what most market participants like myself will be expecting. I'm bullish on the cryptocurrency market. or like just see what Bitcoin has been doing over the last few months as a draw, as a test back of the previous all-time highs. We saw Bitcoin struggling to rally past that $60,000 to $70,000 level in 2021. We had two attempts, we got rejected. We even saw Bitcoin getting to as high as $69,000 before getting rejected. And if you look at what happened for majority of 2024, Bitcoin was trading around that $60,000 level. Yes, we had some pumps above it. We saw Bitcoin get to as high as $73,000. We saw it dump to as low as $50,000. But finally, Bitcoin was able to clear that $60,000 region and headed straight to as high as $125,000. Just looked like Bitcoin is doing a back test of that $68,000 region, which has seen Bitcoin dump by around 50% from its all-time highs. If the extreme fear leaves the cryptocurrency market, what will happen after that? We see greed return back to the cryptocurrency market. And if greed returns back to the cryptocurrency market, we're going to see prices increase. We're going to see market participants start singing Kumbaya as we're going to the moon. But it might not be a straight journey, guys. You have to watch out. We might find some resistance around that $100,000 level. That $100,000 level is going to be pivotal, I believe, at some point in time in 2026. We're going to see Bitcoin get to the $100,000 level. Another important thing to watch out for Bitcoin has been Bitcoin's RSI over the previous bear market. Anytime Bitcoin RSI gets to the lower band, anytime it gets below 30, has been a good time to buy. An argument can be made that in 2022, we saw Bitcoin's RSI go below 30. Bitcoin still set new lows, but then it showed us a strong bullish divergence. Then prices went to new lows. RSI didn't get to new lows. That was a signal to buy. And since then, Bitcoin rallied straight to new all-time highs. I don't think this time is different. That signal has been right in 2014, it was right in 2018, it was right in 2022. Will it not be right in 2026? Only time will tell right now. With the extreme level of pessimism going around the cryptocurrency market, you will not be shocked to see a lot of market participants saying there's one more leg down, there's one more leg down. And in my experience, when market participants are in unison asking for one thing from the market finds a way to do the other thing. And liquidation in the cryptocurrency market is actually increasing. A lot of market participants right now are betting on lower prices. A lot of market participants are expecting Bitcoin to continue dumping to Goblin Town. But remember, guys, Bitcoin is very, very volatile. We're trading in one of the most volatile markets in the world. It dumped to Goblin Town. Bitcoin could easily go to $60,000 right now without it setting new lows. But I've seen Bitcoin head to $60,000 already in 2026. It happened on the 5th of February 2026. Bitcoin was trading around $60,000. If we head back there, there's going to be more fear in the market. You're going to hear more talks about how this time is different. Sell your Bitcoin and run away. But Bitcoin's price history has shown us that no matter the dump, Bitcoin is very resilient. It will find its way to pump to higher prices. If you look at Bitcoin's performance against Ethereum, another important reason why I believe we're still going to get one more rally in the cryptocurrency market is that Bitcoin has been outperforming Ethereum since November of 2021. And when Bitcoin does that, the way the market cycle ends is that we see Bitcoin start underperforming against Ethereum. That's when market participants start flipping to the altcoin market. That's when a lot of market participants realize, you know what? I've missed the Bitcoin run. Let me run to the altcoin market. We saw Bitcoin pumping from where it was trading against Ethereum in December of 2021, rallying aggressively by more than 400%. So Bitcoin outperformed Ethereum by more than 400% from December 2021 to April of 2025. But since April of 2025, looks like the flip has switched. Since April of 2025, we've seen Bitcoin lose around 60% of its value against Bitcoin. It had some gains. Right now, it's still down 42%. We've seen Bitcoin lose 59% of its value against Ethereum. Right now, even though it has made some gains, Bitcoin is still down 42% against Ethereum. And I still expect Bitcoin to continue dumping to Goblin Town against Ethereum. I remember way back in 2019, when Bitcoin started that dump against Ethereum, it didn't feel like the bull market was already on. Bitcoin was still up, was dumping against Ethereum. It even went down like 60% against Ethereum by August of 2020. But majority of market participants were still focusing on Bitcoin. And by the time we saw the altcoin craze happening, by the time we saw Bitcoin down 81% against Ethereum, by that time, the altcoin season was almost over. So don't be shocked to see Bitcoin underperforming against Ethereum. I'll be expecting that over the next few days and the next few weeks. I'll be expecting Bitcoin not to have a great time against Ethereum. Bitcoin dominance to also be dumping. It doesn't mean Bitcoin will not pump, guys. It doesn't mean Bitcoin will have a good time. It just means the altcoin market will have a bigger pump than Bitcoin. Historically, when the cycle is coming to an end, that's when we see Bitcoin dominance dumping. I believe Bitcoin dominance will still dump at some point in time in 2026. We have seen it have its case up moment. I believe we'll see it have its elevator down moment. And in that situation where Bitcoin dominance is dumping, expect to see Bitcoin's market cap making move for all-time highs. I can foresee a situation, guys, where we'll see Bitcoin attempt to get to new all-time highs, but getting stuck at that $100,000 level. Bitcoin's market cap then will be around the $2 trillion region, maybe around $2.1 trillion. But don't be shocked if Bitcoin rally that high and we eventually dump to Goblin Town. We might see a lot of complacency come through in 2026. A 51% pump for Bitcoin from our currently trading. I believe we send market participants getting excited. We'll bring back vibes to the cryptocurrency market. You start hearing talks about how Bitcoin is the future. This time is different. We're going to the moon. Yada yada yada. Guys, don't get carried away. The best time to buy is when there's extreme fear in the cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin had a negative Q1 in 2026. It had it had 5 consecutive negative months from October, November, December, January, and February. We just had our first positive month in 2026 in March. Don't be one of those market participants like shorting the bottom. The best time to short Bitcoin was when it was trading at $125,000. Right now, I believe there's a higher chance of us bouncing out of this huge level we have been consolidating over the last 60 days. I'll not be shocked to see us head towards that $100,000 level. So, guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Bitcoin is having a strange week. We're waiting for Donald Trump's bridge day. Is it going to bump the bridge and infrastructure in US, Iran? Is that going to affect the price of Bitcoin? Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome videos like this. Turn on the post notifications to get notified anytime I drop a new video, anytime I go live. Remember, guys, when it comes to investing, nothing will pay off more than educating yourself. And investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Invest for the long haul. Don't get too scared. Don't get too greedy. See you guys in my next video.